What if the person who first stood beside you as a co-star slowly became the one who understood your world better than anyone else? For Zendaya and Tom Holland, their story did not begin with a dramatic confession. There was no grand announcement, no perfect Hollywood moment. Their journey began quietly on the set of Spider-Man, where two young actors met while preparing to bring Peter Parker and MJ to life. At first, they were simply co-stars. Then, they became close friends. And over time, that friendship grew into one of the most admired celebrity love stories of their generation. But how did a professional partnership become such a powerful personal connection? And what made their relationship feel so special to millions of fans around the world? Zendaya and Tom Holland first met while working on Spider-Man: Homecoming. Tom was chosen to play Peter Parker, a young hero learning to balance ordinary life with extraordinary responsibility. Zendaya joined the cast as Michelle Jones, the intelligent and independent character later known as MJ. During filming, the two quickly developed an easy friendship. They laughed together, they shared jokes, and their natural chemistry became visible during interviews and promotional events. Fans immediately noticed how comfortable they seemed around each other. Their conversations felt playful, their reactions felt genuine, and their friendship appeared effortless. However, at that time, Zendaya and Tom were known publicly as close friends and professional co-stars. Neither of them turned their connection into a public spectacle. Instead, they continued working together while building trust behind the scenes. What began as a simple friendship would eventually become the foundation of something much deeper. Working on one of the world's biggest movie franchises brought enormous attention. Zendaya and Tom traveled together for international promotions. They faced intense media interest, and they experienced the rapid changes that came with global fame. Through those experiences, they developed a unique understanding of each other. Both knew what it felt like to grow up in the entertainment industry. Both understood the pressure of public expectations. And both experienced major career changes while their lives became increasingly visible. Their friendship offered something rare: a person who understood the challenges without needing a long explanation. They supported each other's work. They celebrated professional achievements. And they continued sharing moments of laughter despite the pressure surrounding them. For fans, their connection felt warm and natural. It did not appear forced. It did not depend on dramatic public displays. Instead, it seemed to grow through time, trust, and shared experiences. But as their closeness became more visible, public curiosity continued to grow. And soon, every interaction became the subject of attention. For years, Zendaya and Tom protected much of their private lives. They understood that fame could turn personal moments into public conversations, so they chose to keep many details away from the cameras. Their relationship became publicly clear in 2021 after photographs showed the pair sharing an affectionate moment. Fans around the world reacted with excitement. For many people, the connection they had noticed for years was finally confirmed. But even after their relationship became public, Zendaya and Tom remained private. They did not share every moment. They did not allow public curiosity to control their story. Instead, small signs of support became meaningful. A proud comment about a new project, a warm expression during an appearance, a rare moment together. Their relationship showed that love does not always need constant public proof. Sometimes, privacy is not distance. Sometimes, privacy is protection. And perhaps that was one reason fans continued to admire them. Their connection felt personal rather than performative. As the years passed, Zendaya and Tom continued growing both personally and professionally. Their careers reached new heights. Their schedules became more demanding, and public attention remained intense. Yet their support for one another continued to be visible. Then, in early 2025, Zendaya appeared at the Golden Globe Awards wearing a striking diamond ring. The detail quickly attracted worldwide attention. Their engagement was later widely confirmed. For fans who had followed them since the beginning of Spider-Man, the moment felt emotional. The two young actors who first met on a movie set had traveled through years of friendship, success, and public attention. Now, they were entering another meaningful chapter together. What made the moment special was its quiet nature. Their journey had never depended on constant headlines. Their relationship had grown over time, and the engagement felt like a natural continuation of that story. From co-stars to trusted friends to partners preparing for the future. For Zendaya and Tom, Spider-Man will always be more than a successful film franchise. It was where their professional journey began. It introduced them to audiences around the world. And most importantly, it brought them into each other's lives. On screen, Peter Parker and MJ became one of the most loved couples in superhero cinema. Their relationship was built on trust, loyalty, and emotional support. Away from the screen, Zendaya and Tom created their own story. Their journey was not written by a script. It developed through friendship. It grew through shared experiences. And it became stronger while both of them navigated the challenges of global fame. Their relationship reminds fans that meaningful love does not always arrive suddenly. Sometimes it begins with friendship, sometimes it grows quietly, and sometimes the person who understands your professional journey becomes the person who understands your heart. Zendaya and Tom did not need to create a perfect public image. Their story became meaningful because people watched it develop naturally over many years. From the first days of Spider-Man to becoming one of entertainment's most admired couples, their journey continues to inspire fans around the world. Zendaya and Tom Holland's story did not begin with a dramatic declaration of love. It began with friendship, with laughter, with trust, and with two young actors learning to navigate fame together. From the set of Spider-Man to years of shared experiences, their connection slowly became something much deeper. They showed that love does not always need to be loud. Sometimes the strongest relationships grow quietly, away from the cameras, through patience, support, and understanding. From Peter Parker and MJ on screen to Zendaya and Tom in real life, their journey has become a beautiful reminder that friendship can become the strongest foundation for love. So, which moment in Zendaya and Tom Holland's journey made you believe that their connection was meant to become something more?